I'm gonna look at this because someone said that Mel Gibson's being crazy, but I didn't know that he was. I thought he was like pretty baseline. I want to see. I said, well, I'm looking at this anyway. Might as well make a video. I to the less than 50 people who care about this Mel Gibson shit. Like I don't know. I'm just gonna watch. I'm gonna watch two interviews. I'm gonna watch one from was this 1999. Okay, and then I'm gonna watch one from like 2024 and like spot the difference, I guess. Well, I'm not doing all that.
To earn the bread.
Where were you?
In Australia.
Okay.
I had an opportunity of going to university. I'd finished high school, did average, but passed. Really hated school, and I could have gone into journalism or the other option that was open to me was sort of auditioning for a drama school.
Right.
Which I did. I could tell jokes.
Okay, he's clearly like, I don't know if anyone's noticing this.
Average,
Okay,
but
watch his
passed.
hand.
Really hated school, and I could have gone into journalism or
Like, he's clearly like, I mean, I don't know how. I mean, I don't know how many years he had been around before this, but I'm just saying, like, he's clearly like.
the other option that was open to me was sort of auditioning for a drama school.
Right.
Which I did. I could tell jokes and stories and make stories up and convince people of things that weren't true.
You were a liar.
Look at that.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
A great liar.
Yeah.
Yeah. A good liar.
Yeah.
I'm not as good a liar now as I was then.
Yeah.
Because it's, the lying thing is something you have to try and overcome, I guess.
Sure.
And I try and put it into a framework where I can call it a profession now, which is...
It's called acting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't say that I have a method.
No.
I don't think I do. I mean, there is method, but I find that it constantly shifts and changes, and I think that that's a good thing. I'm not sure. I was educated in the way of theater craft and stuff was very...
I mean, he's a good speaker, right? But he's not. He's clearly not prepared for these questions. He doesn't know what he's going to be asked. It's not like a promotional thing where they tell you exactly what they're going to ask right beforehand. But to me, this seems normal. He's just nervous. He's just like constantly like fucking touching himself and like doing that weird stimming shit. I don't know.
British way of doing things, which meant technique.
I mean, he does what I do. Sometime when I need time to think about what I'm saying, instead of just blurting out bullshit, I'll emphasize because it gives you time to really think about what you're saying, and like the next thing, you will apply what you're thinking. Because yeah, you can think faster than you speak, but like if you're not thinking about what you're saying, none of it's going to make sense.
Yeah, they're all in favor of actually feeling a real emotion and doing that.
Yeah.
But they just say you're not going to be able to summon that every time, and even if you could summon that every time, you would die young.
Yeah.
So that you have to be able to at least fake it well.
How do you deal with actors on that way?
Well, you choose the ones who you want to be with for a start. I never make them read or anything. I doubt that you do either.
No, I don't like it.
I don't understand
I get
that.
embarrassed.
I get embarrassed.
And when they cry in a reading, I get like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh,
You want to go and...
You want to leave because you feel you shouldn't be there.
Well, it seems like you're doing something terribly wrong. You feel like some kind of a, I mean, you feel as if you're committing a crime.
Yeah.
And it's kind of slimy.
Clearly doesn't hold back.
It's kind of prostitution.
Sure.
But that I think is even beyond. It's just
anyway. People are saying that how he is right now is like different, but there's like yeah, people get older, and he smoked for years. I mean, he definitely looks older. Um, definitely looks older, but and like you get a certain amount of mental decline, I think, when you get older. I don't think there's anything to stop that, but to me, every clip I've seen him in seems pretty normal.
Fun. Early on, you're kind of the classic strange neighbor that the kids are all talking about in hushed tones, like he's a monster. You're a bit of a local myth. What did you like most about that initial ambiguity of the character?
Well, it's set up without having to try because it's what the other characters say about this guy. He's burying his wife in the backyard and all this kind of caper. So it's easy then to go from that point and actually disappoint the expectations that have been raised or surprise. So it's kind of an opportunity. It's kind of a gift, really. So, I liked it. And, he's a guy who's withdrawn from life. And he comes into contact with somebody who wants to eat the world, and he's ready to take life on and get.
I mean, he's certainly more comfortable. He's still doing the hands thing to give him emphasis on what he's saying and thinking about what he's saying. But he doesn't
Started.
seem.
And together they have to solve this mystery, and they learn a lot from each other. Watching someone.
He seems completely normal. I don't know what people are. Maybe I don't have the right clips. They said there was some like religious stuff, but he's been religious for a long time. But I'm saying, as far as like, I'm watching these clips, he seems just like the same guy. He's just older. Doesn't even actually. I said mental decline when you get older, but he doesn't seem. Like, he seems quicker here than he does there. I guess he's more prepared for this interview. He doesn't skip a fucking beat. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it leads to a lot of fun moments. And Mason, there's a great Amblin-esque feel.
Most definitely. I feel like, especially as a kid watching Goonies, it was the type of feel watching it that just, it's a special feeling. And reading the script and, you really felt that. And, hearing Mel was signed on, it was sort of, a no-brainer. And after meeting the director and everybody.
He's already thinking about it, what he wants to say.
But it was like...
He's going to jump the gun here. He's going to save it.
Yeah, it was an easy decision.
He wants to.
Awesome. And Mel, you
He
worked
wants
with a lot
to.
of fresh actors turned directors lately. David Henry on this and Nadine Crocker on Desperation Road. As one of the truly great actor-directors yourself, why do you think acting is such a great ideal background for people, looking to become a director?
Well, I think, you have to acquaint yourself with whatever it is that the director is telling you and be a component of his overall vision. So I think you have a lot of empathy for directors because you come into contact with them so often. But having directed, you have a lot of empathy with the actor. Having done that for decades or however long Mason's been at it, probably a decade. And,
don't touch him. Don't touch him. Never do that.
It's like I think actors make good directors, and I've seen a lot of directors.
I mean, I don't know. He seems fine to me. I don't know. What do you guys think? I legit can't tell the difference, except for his age. He's older. But I don't know. He seems fine. Seems absolutely fine.
Actually do great acting jobs. You remember Sidney Pollack in Tootsie? I mean, he was hilarious,
That's a fantastic point.
He has no idea what this guy's talking about at all. Well, I don't know. I thought this would be more interesting for the 10 people in the entire world or so that actually want to see this. That's fantastic. You're welcome.